The Colts let linebacker Bobby Okereke walk in free agency, and he's recorded 312 tackles over his 4-year career, so that's definitely a significant loss. But watching EJ Speed's tape from last season, I completely understand the decision, and I don't think you'll see any drop-off in the Colts linebacker play. Before we get into the video, make sure to like and subscribe. Also follow us on all of our social medias. You can find the links to those in the description below. EJ Speed only played 316 total snaps last season, third most out of the Colts linebackers, and if Shaq Leonard was healthy, he probably wouldn't have seen the field very much at all, but he made the most out of limited opportunities, especially as a run defender. He had the 5th highest run stop rate among linebackers at 10.6%, and he ranked first in wins above replacement in run defense despite playing the 70th most snaps. I was going to be disappointed if someone named EJ Speed wasn't fast, but this first tackle I saw from week 1 answered that question immediately, and he definitely lives up to his name. As a former wide receiver, he has some of the best straight line speed of any linebacker in the NFL, and he's 6'4" with an 80-inch wingspan, so he carries a lot of force and has the length to be a consistent wrap-up tackler. For someone without much experience, he's really quick to diagnose run concepts, and combining that anticipation with his chase down speed, he's able to track down ball carriers from every direction and make stops from the backside of the play. Right here, the Jags are running counter right. Speed sees the tight end and left guard pulling and the counter set from James Robinson, so he knows he's going to have a clear path through the A-gap to make the tackle. On this play from week 6, they're running a speed option. You got 3 blockers for 3 defenders on the right side, so the center's going to have to climb to EJ Speed and reach him at a difficult angle, but he's too fast in pursuit, gives a stiff arm with the right hand to separate from the block, and then he's able to take away both options. DeForest Buckner does a good job driving the guard backwards and forcing Trevor Lawrence to take a wider angle. Buckner and Tyquan Lewis squeeze the cutback lane through the B gap, so Speed can pursue a step outside of Lawrence, force the pitch, and then he doesn't have to change his path to tackle ETN. And I don't know if I've seen a player who moves people backwards this much as a tackler. He's definitely the biggest victim of the forward progress rule in the NFL. And then another play to show you is sideline pursuit. Right here, Houston's running wide zone to the right, so they've got 3 overtake combos where the backside blocker reaches the D lineman and the front side player gives a quick push and climbs to the second level. So on the backside of the play, Titus Howard's trying to pass off Yannick Ngakoue and climb to EJ Speed, but he's slow getting around the play side shoulder, so Speed has a chance to go unblocked to the ball carrier. He accelerates with no hesitation, takes a perfect angle to outrun the blockers and make the stop. So his instincts and pursuit speed gives him a lot of easy tackle opportunities where he can just outrun blocks and reach the ball carrier a couple seconds before they were expecting to get hit. But he's also really effective using his size and length to shed blocks. Right here, Dallas is running mid-zone with a lead block from the H-back. Speed flows with the run, stays on the play side shoulder, but when Elliott cuts back, he shoots his hands and sends the blocker to the ground, and then he plants his feet and squares up for the tackle. This is a similar example from week 16 of attacking the play side shoulder to fit the outside gap, and then when you force the cutback, you use that momentum to disengage from the block and get back in position. Right here, he's playing as the end on a 5-man front. He's in a stalemate with the tight end for a couple seconds until the running back gets close enough, and then he tosses the blocker aside and makes the tackle. He does still have room for improvement as a block shedder. His upright build takes away a lot of his contact balance, so when he isn't able to initiate contact or he's playing with an uneven base, there are times he'll get put on the ground. Right here, you can see the fullback's just able to get lower pad level, and he gets a push from the guard and drives him out of the play. And then on this play, he's trying to set the edge, but he isn't squared up with the block, and he's clicking his heels, so he doesn't have a solid base to anchor against. But for the most part, he's a very difficult player to block, and that's a major reason that he's able to find the ball so consistently. Pass coverage is where I think he'll need the most work, and there aren't a ton of plays to evaluate where he was really involved. As you would expect, he's great crashing downhill from zone coverage and laying hits on underneath routes, and if you've got him as a hole defender, he has that pursuit speed to match shallow crossers, but he doesn't have the best lateral movement skills, so there's plays like this where he bites on the play action, Evan Ingram leaks out into the flat, and he can't change directions quickly enough to cover him. And if he's put into more man coverage situations, I expect him to struggle against shifty route runners who are quick out of their breaks. So it's probably best to keep him away from difficult coverage matchups, but he has the potential to be an elite run defender, and they only had him rush the passer 19 times last season, but he had 5 pressures and a sack, and with his length and speed, he could be really productive in that area. I know Gus Bradley hates blitzing. His defenses have consistently ranked in the 30s, if not dead last in blitz rate, but I think EJ Speed is worth making an exception for. So if Shaq Leonard's able to return to prior form, that's great, but I don't think the Colts need him to get quality linebacker play. To me, Zaire Franklin and EJ Speed is a perfectly capable duo. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to like and subscribe. Also, let me know in the comments any NFL players or teams that you'd like me to cover.